समर्थ बनाओ।
जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ।
त्यागो सारी दुर्बलता को, राष्ट्र समर्थ बनाओ। बंधु भाव समता ममता से सबको गले लगाओ, सबको गले लगाओ। चलो विवेकानंद मार्ग पर, शुभ संदेश हमारा। गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा। ईश्वर भक्ति भाव से बहती संस्कारों की धारा। भारत माँ की सेवा में गीता परिवार हमारा, 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 गीता परिवार हमारा।
अधरं मधुरं वदनं मधुरं नयनं मधुरं हसितं मधुरं हृदयं मधुरं गमनं मधुरं।
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं, मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्।
वचनं मधुरं चरितं मधुरं वसनं मधुरं वलितं मधुरं चलितं मधुरं भ्रमितं मधुरं।
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं, मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्।
पाणिर्मधुरः पादौ मधुरौ नृत्यं मधुरं सख्यं मधुरम्।
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं, मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्।
मधुरं पीतं मधुरं भुक्तं मधुरं सुप्तं मधुरं रूपं मधुरं तिलकं मधुरम्।
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं, मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्।
तरणं मधुरं तरणं मधुरं हरणं मधुरं स्मरणं मधुरं वमितं मधुरं शमितं मधुरम्।
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं, मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्।
कुञ्जा मधुरा माला मधुरा यमुना मधुरा वीथी मधुरा सलिलं मधुरं कमलं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
गोपी मधुरा लीला मधुरा युक्तं मधुरं मुक्तं मधुरं दृष्टं मधुरं शिष्टं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
गोपा मधुरा गावो मधुरा यष्टिर्मधुरा सृष्टिर्मधुरा दलितं मधुरं फलितं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
हो उदास मन हतोत्साहित, जीवन लगे दूभर कंटित, चाह न हो कुछ भी जीवन में, हो जाए जब अंधियारे वन में। पाठ करो तुम गीत मनोहर, गान करो तुम गीत सरोवर, श्रेष्ठ गीत ये कृष्ण मुखी, करे सफल सर्वस्व सुखी। अंधियारे वन में जलकर मार्ग दिखाए दीप उज्ज्वल, उमंग भर दे जीवन कर दे, कंटक कंकड़ जीवन पथ के, कुसुमलता पुष्पित कर दे। ध्येय बनाकर अर्पण कर दो, गीतामय जीवन कर दो। करो शुभारंभ 2 श्लोक से, नित्य नियत दृढ़ संकल्प से, कंठस्थ संपूर्ण तक रुकना नहीं, जीवन में कभी थकना नहीं। नया सवेरा नव जीवन, प्रसन्न आत्मा प्रसन्न तन मन। गुरुवर ने यह पाठ सिखाया, गीता पढ़ जीवन में लाया। आओ पढ़े हम पावन गीता, सर्व समाज सकल पुनीता, एक स्वर में गुंजायमान हो। घर घर गीता, हर कर गीता।
सद्गुणों की साधना में ध्येय ज्योति नित जले। संप्रेम हो गौरांग सा, स्वाभिमान प्रताप सा हो, तेज झांसी वाली सा, जलती शहीदों की चिता से हृदय में अंगार ले, सद्गुणों की साधना में ध्येय ज्योति नित जले, संग्राममय जीवन धरा पर विजय रथ ले हम चले, सद्गुणों की साधना में ध्येय ज्योति नित जले, ध्येय ज्योति नित जले, ध्येय ज्योति नित जले।
हो उदास मन हतोत्साहित, जीवन लगे दूभर कंटित, चाह न हो कुछ भी जीवन में, हो जाए जब अंधियारे वन में। पाठ करो तुम गीत मनोहर, गान करो तुम गीत सरोवर, श्रेष्ठ गीत ये कृष्ण मुखी, करे सफल सर्वस्व सुखी। अंधियारे वन में जलकर मार्ग दिखाए दीप उज्ज्वल, उमंग भर दे जीवंत कर दे, कंटक कंकड़ जीवन पथ के, कुसुमलता पुष्पित कर दे, ध्येय बनाकर अर्पण कर दो, गीता में जीवन कर दो। करो शुभारंभ 2 श्लोक से, नित्य नियत दृढ़ संकल्प से, कंठस्थ संपूर्ण तक रुकना नहीं, जीवन में कभी थकना नहीं। नया सवेरा नव जीवन, प्रसन्न आत्मा प्रसन्न तन मन, गुरुवर ने यह पाठ सिखाया, गीता पढ़ जीवन में लाया। आओ पढ़े हम पावन गीता, सर्व समाज सकल पुनीता, एक स्वर में गुंजायमान हो, घर घर गीता हर कर गीता।
सूर्यसहस्रस्य भवेद्युगपदुत्थिता यदि भाः सदृशी सा स्यात् भासस्तस्य
नष्टो मोहः स्मृतिर्लब्धा त्वत्प्रसादामयाच्युत स्थितोऽस्मि गतसन्देहः करिष्ये वचनं तव यत्र योगेश्वरः कृष्णो यत्र पार्थो धनुर्धरः तत्र श्रीर्विजयो भूतिर्ध्रुवा नीतिर्मतिर्मम
योगेशं सच्चिदानन्दं वासुदेवं व्रजप्रियं धर्मसंस्थापकं वीरम् कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम् ईश्वर भक्ति भाव से बहती संस्कारों की धारा भारत माँ की सेवा में गीता परिवार हमारा गीता परिवार हमारा ईश्वर भक्ति भाव से बहती संस्कारों की धारा भारत माँ की सेवा में गीता परिवार हमारा गीता परिवार हमारा
जय भारत माँ जय गीता माँ जय भारत माँ जय गीता
संस्कृति का वैभव जग में सबसे न्यारा
जय भारत माँ जय गीता माँ जय भारत माँ जय गीता
भारतीय संस्कृति का वैभव जग में सबसे न्यारा ज्ञान और विज्ञान यहीं से सबने पाया सारा सबने पाया सारा कुछ भूलों से हारा फिर से जीते देश हमारा गीता परिवार हमारा गीता परिवार हमारा
जय भारत माँ जय गीता माँ जय भारत माँ जय गीता माँ
त्यागशील सेवा व्रतधारी युवा जगे पुरुषार्थी।
जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ।
त्यागशील सेवा व्रतधारी युवा जगे पुरुषार्थी। वैज्ञानिकता विनय सभ्यता स्वभाव हो निस्वार्थी, स्वभाव हो निस्वार्थी। देशभक्ति में तेजस्वी हो फिर समाज यह सारा। गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा।
जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ।
Jai Shri Krishna. Humble salutations to Param Pujya Swami Govind Dev Giriji Maharaj Ji, whose noble and high intentions gave rise to Geeta Parivar. I, Punita Prasad, welcome all Geeta lovers to the 9th chapter interpretation session of February L2 batch. There is an invisible power involved in prayer. Prayer will make you hopeful and learn to move forward with full strength even when you are surrounded by utter despair. Let's hear starting prayer from Krishna Dabade ji. She belongs to Jalan, Maharashtra and joined Geeta Parivar from December 2020 and is a student of electrical engineering and giving tech seva in Geeta Parivar. Krishna ji, bhaiya.
वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं, कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। जय श्री कृष्ण।
Thank you, bhai. Krishna here, Krishna there, Krishna Krishna everywhere. God is one, God is one, God is one for everyone. Let's light the lamp of our adorable Krishna. For this, I would like to call Shushma BSG. She is residing in Bangalore and joined Geeta Parivar in July 21. Served 3 L1 batches and now serving as in L2 batch as trainer.
निषिद्धैरप्येभिर्लुलितमकरन्दो मधुकरैः करैरिन्दोरन्तश्छुरित इव सम्भिन्नमुकुलः विधत्तां सिद्धिन्नो नयनसुभगामस्य सदसः प्रकीर्णः पुष्पाणां हरिचरणयोरञ्जलिरयम् शरदिन्दुनिभां शुभ्रां शुभ्रवस्त्रैरलङ्कृतां कलहंसकृतावासां वरदां शारदां नुमः, वरदां शारदां नुमः।
Splendid, Didi. Thanks a lot. Now is the time to listen to our dear Geeta Praveen, Geeta Prati, Kavita Verma Devi. She has by-hearted the whole Bhagavad Gita shlokas. Isn't it amazing? At such a young age, making Krishna Bhakti and Gita learnings as her life's mission is very commendable and inspiring. She is leading the Learn Gita program too as one of the program coordinator. Working with her has been a very sweet and knowledgeable experience with deep insights about life and relationships. May we all continue to imbibe this nectar of knowledge through her. Didi, Jai Shri Krishna. Please start the discourse. All ears to you, Didi.
Jai Shri Krishna. So I welcome everyone in the interpretation session of 9th chapter, that is Jnana Vigyan Yoga. Previously, we have learned 12th chapter, 15th chapter, 16th chapter, and now we are having 9th chapter. Now in Bhagavad Gita, sequence is different. 1 to 18. We have total 18 chapters, 700 shlokas in Bhagavad Gita. So in previous chapter, 8th chapter, Lord has told about the Akshara Brahma Yoga. The name, the title of this chapter, 8th chapter, is Akshara Brahma Yoga, and after that he started 9th chapter. Now in Geeta Parivar, we have learned 12, 15, 16 and 9. This is the different sequence because 12th chapter is more easy. When we go to school, we start with the nursery. We don't directly take admission in high school or inter. So first we have to go to nursery class, to KG, first, second, third. Similarly, in Geeta Parivar also, we consider that this 12th chapter is more easy and small. So first we start with 12th chapter Bhakti Yoga. So in previous chapter, according to sequence of Bhagavad Gita, we have 8th chapter Akshara Brahma Yoga. In 8th chapter, Lord has told about the Dhyana, Dharana and all these things. How to reach to this supreme realization through the Dhyan, Dharana and all. So now this is the one way. In Bhagavad Gita, we all know that there are so many different paths described by the Lord. Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Dhyan Yoga and other. So Lord has also told about the Dhyan Yoga. Now in previous shloka, not completed Dhyan, but Dhyan, Dharana, Murdhya, Dhayatmana, Pranama, Sthito Yoga, Dharana and all. Then in this 9th chapter, he will tell different other ways how to reach to him. So he is very flexible in nature. He is not restricted that, okay, I will give only one path and if you follow this path, then only you will reach to me. But you can follow different paths. So this is Raj Vidya, Raj Guhya Yoga, 9th chapter, and this is very special. Why? We will see today. Let's begin with the prayer. Sada Shiva Samarambham Vyasa Shankara Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Vande Guru Paramparam Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayane Swayam Vyasena Grathitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitam Vritavarshini Bhagavati Ashtadashadhyayini Ambatvam Anusandadhami Bhagavad Geeta Bhavadveshini Bhagavad Geeta Bhavadveshini. So this 9th chapter is very special because this falls in the middle of Bhagavad Gita. We have 18 chapters, 700 slokas, and 9th chapter will come in the middle. So like we eat, whenever we eat fruit, see, when you start eating fruit, you will find the middle part more tasty, best part, which will come in the middle only. So Bhagavad Gita is also the center of, the 9th chapter is also the center of this Bhagavad Gita. So because it is also very important because it has all the combinations of different yogas. First, Lord will describe about the Jnana Yoga. Then he will describe about the Bhakti Yoga. And then he will go to the Karma Yoga. So all three prominent yogas, Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga and Karma Yoga, all three will be described in this shloka. So this chapter. So this chapter is all in one. So we have so many things in this chapter only. So once if we understand this chapter, we can understand a major part of Bhagavad Gita. But understanding of Bhagavad Gita is not easy. It is very difficult. It will come only with the sadhana. Because if we are trying to understand this Bhagavad Gita or other spiritual granthas without sadhana, then it is little difficult. That's why Swamiji always quotes or Swamiji always says, Geeta padhe, padhaye, जीवन में लाएं. Geeta padhe, first read Geeta, also teach Geeta, and then bring Geeta in your life. Why? This middle part is very important. The next sentence, teach Geeta. When we are teaching Geeta, this is our sadhana. We are reading Geeta, it's also a sadhana, but we are teaching Geeta, it's a big sadhana. Because that time, if you have noticed, your trainer is teaching in your class, so many times network goes, and some people are there who make sometimes they ask different questions again and again, but your trainer will never get irritated. So in this way, they are trying to practice titiksha. They are trying to practice tolerate, bear everything, whatever is happening. They will always keep smiling. Manaf prasada saumyatvam maunamatma vinigraha bhava samshuddhiritte tat tapo manasamuchyate. Manaf prasadaha. Always being happy in all the circumstances. This is the manasik tapa. So whatever is happening, network problem, and some participants are complaining for something, then also trainer needs to smile always. This is how they are doing their tapa, and this is their sadhana. So this 9th chapter we are going to start. This is the middle part of the Bhagavad Gita. Now Lord has told different ways in Bhagavad Gita how to reach to him. He is not restricted with one path. Okay, you have to do follow bhakti yoga and then you get me. But he is telling bhakti yoga, jnana yoga, karma yoga, and dhyan yoga, and different yogas. Why? Because he is flexible. So we should also become flexible in our life. Like we have so many functions in our house. Nowadays, people mostly they have started inviting on WhatsApp. So they send a message to the WhatsApp group, and they consider that everyone should come after reading this WhatsApp group message. So they are restricted that I will send the message only on WhatsApp group. Now, whoever wants to come, they can come, or whoever don't want to come, let them not come in the party. So they are restricted with one. Now the other persons who are joined in the WhatsApp group, some are like, if I will not get personal invite, I am not going there. So they are also having they are also restricted with one point. They also have some restrictions. Now we are not flexible. The other person can send the personal invite if someone wants. People know that okay, this person has this nature and I should send this to him personally, but still they will not send. Why I should send? So everyone has his own ego. We have to forget this ego and we should try to become flexible. Then our relationship will last long, and we can just grow together. So we should try to be flexible in our life, in our family, in our office place, in our school, in our college, every time. If we can adjust, if we can manage, we should try to manage. We should try to adjust. We should not try to make other people should adjust in front of me. I should try to adjust. So this is the 9th chapter, which is having Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, and Karma Yoga. So first we will start with the first shloka. Om Shri Paramatmani Namaha. Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā Athanavamodhyayaha. Shri Bhagavanuvāca. Idantu te guhyatamam pravakshyamyanasūyave. Jnanam vijnana sahitam yajñātma mokshase shubhat. So now he is telling idam tute guhyatamam. Idam means this knowledge, what I am going to tell you now. Why he is saying idam, this knowledge? It means he has told this knowledge previously also. So in 7th chapter, that is Jnana Vijnana Yoga. So he has already told little bit he started this topic in Jnana Vigyan Yoga. He has already told little bit topic of this chapter in Jnana Vigyan Yoga. But in the last shlokas, he has told Sadhi Bhutadhi Vaivam Mam Sadhi Yagyan Chaye Viduhu Prayana Kale Pichaman Vidir Yukta Chetasaha. Now he has told some difficult terms. In class also, when teacher tells some difficult terms, what happens? Whatever topic is going on, we just get distracted. Now we are more focused on the words, what he is saying, what is the meaning. So Arjuna also got distracted. Now this Bhagavad Gita is told by Shri Krishna to Arjuna. Now Shri Krishna is telling everything to Arjuna, and when he is telling, in between he has used some difficult words. So now Arjuna has this that jigyasa, that what is these words, what are the meaning, what is the meaning of the Sadhi Yagya, Sadhi Bhut. So in the last part of 7th chapter, Lord has used these words. So the 8th chapter will start with the question of Arjuna. Kin Arjuna uvacha kim tad brahma kim adhyatmam kim karma purushottama adhibhutancha kim proktam adhidaivam kim uchyate adhiyagya kathan potra, and so on. So he asks this, what is adhibhut, what is adhidaiv, everything he asks. And in 8th chapter, Lord tells everything in detail. What is that? What is this? Now again he starts the same topic what he has started in 7th chapter, but because of difficult terms he changed his track. Now in 9th chapter he again starts with the same thing. So he's saying idan tute guhyatamam pravakshyamyana suyave, the same knowledge which I have told in 17th chapter. Let me continue here. So idan tute guhyatamam. Now is using word guhyatamam. What is the meaning of guhyatamam? So this is the secret knowledge, most secret. Idan tute guhyatamam pravakshyami anasuyave. Pravakshami anasuyave. This is the most secret knowledge, and I am telling you, Arjuna. And he is using this adjective anasuyave. So we have jealous and asuya in our scriptures. Like we have these two terms. So one we have jealous, and jealous is also called asuya. So like asuya means when the people, they find faults in other character. They just try to find some fault in others character. This is called asuya, and not doing this thing is called anasuya. So Arjuna is anasuya. Anasuyi means he is not having this nature to find faults in other character. How do people do asuya? So similarly, like sometimes what happens, some two kids are there in one class. One is always getting first division in the class. What the other students say? Oh, this girl is maybe, yes, she is good in studies, but she never gives respect to her parents and all. So they try to find some faults in others' character. So they superimpose these evil things on others' character. Like the ladies, among the ladies, it happens many times. So like one lady came in black sari. Others started, oh, in summers who wears the black sari? And if she wear the same sari in other, let's say in winters or in rainy days, then also the people say, oh, she should wear vibrant colors. Why she is having the black, or why she is having blue? It is not looking good. Her hairs are not good. Her eyes are not good. Maybe this lady is looking very beautiful, but still other ladies will do that. So this is called asuya. We have little burning feeling in our heart. So out of that, we are superimposing some other evil things, or some other, we are trying to find faults in others' character, in others' things. So this is called asuya. But Arjuna is not like that. This person, this Arjuna, is anasuyi. Means in Mahabharata, we all know, we are very well aware of the story of Mahabharata. what happened, what these Duryodhan, Dushasana, all these Kauravas have done with the Pandavas. Arjuna is one of the Pandav. Now what happened? This Kauravas gave poison to the Bhim. Bhim is the brother of Arjuna. They pushed Bhim inside the water, into the river. They tried to kill him. And also, Draupadi is the wife of Arjuna. All these Duryodhana and other Kauravas, what they have done with the Draupadi. But after all that things, in the first chapter, what Arjuna is saying, when Lord is saying, Tasmad Yuddha Subharta, oh Arjuna, you go and do Yuddha, you go for war, you just kill all these Kauravas. Now what he's saying, Tasman narha vayam hantum dhatarashtan swabandhavan swajanam hi katham hatva sukhinasyama madhava. He's saying, oh Krishna, how I will become happy after killing my own people. Swajanam, swabandhavan. He's saying swabandhavan, swajanam. These are my own people, and after killing them, how I can become happy? So still he's considering all these Kauravas his own people. This is the greatness of Arjuna. So some people have done so many wrong things with him. Still he has soft corner for those people. This is called Anasuya. So the Lord is going to tell all this knowledge to Arjuna. Now why he is considering only Arjuna? Because he has so many good virtues. When we tell the knowledge to the people who have good virtues, they will try to spread to this knowledge to among other people also. So always the great people or Bhagwan, they always try to tell their great knowledge, great secrets, guhyatamam jnanam, to the people who are having these great virtues, the people who are just doing backbiting, who are just finding faults in other sari or dress and others good thing. He will never tell the knowledge or to this guhyatamam secret, the knowledge to those people, but he will always tell this knowledge to the virtuous people like Arjuna. So they will spread this knowledge among all. Now we should understand this thing. So we are having Learn Geeta program. We are also learning Geeta. This is the most secret knowledge. This is the gist of all the Shastras, all the Vedas. Now we should also try to spread this knowledge among all the people. LearnGeeta.com, reg.learngeeta.com. This is our registration portal, and we should also try to spread this knowledge to others. We can simply send this reg.learngeeta.com to our friends, to our colleagues, to our neighbors, and they can also join the Geeta. So in this way, indirectly, we can follow the second sentence of our statement, Geeta padhe padhaye. We will also involve in the teaching Geeta. Teaching Geeta doesn't mean you become trainer and teach Geeta in the class in front of everyone. It is also the teaching Geeta when you are sending this link to other people and they are joining Geeta through you. This is also a kind of teaching Geeta. You will also become trainer, not direct trainer, but indirect trainer. You will become Geeta Pracharak. So in our Learn Geeta program, we have the team called Geeta Pracharak. People who cannot do Zoom meetings, who are not tech savvy, who cannot learn by heart the shlokas, still they can contribute in this Learn Geeta program through Geeta Prachar. So they just spread this knowledge among all. And when we start spreading this knowledge, Lord will give this more knowledge to us. So as we spend this knowledge, it will increase. So if you will spread this knowledge, reg.learngeeta.com, your Bhagavad Gita knowledge, your spirituality will increase. So we should also try to spread. Idan tute guhyatamam pravakshamyanasuyavi jnanam vijnana sahitam. Now he's saying jnanam vijnana sahitam. I am going to tell this knowledge with the vijnanam. Jnanam, Vijnanam. What is the difference between Jnanam and Vijnanam? Jnanam is theoretical knowledge of something, definitions, or I'm telling with the words. Vijnanam is something related with our realization, our experience. So Jnanam Vijnana Sahitam, I am not going to tell you only theoretical knowledge. In 700 shlokas, I will only give you theoretical knowledge. No, I will tell some practical knowledge also, some Vijnanam also. So like how to understand this Vijnanam? So like you have a very tasty sweet in front of you, you have never eaten before. Some other person in front of you only, this person is sitting and telling you about this sweet. The sweet is like this and this. He is explaining the taste of the sweet. Will you be able to understand the taste? No. Until you don't eat that sweet, you experience that sweet, you cannot understand the taste. What is the taste? No matter how many derivations or so many theory he is telling the person, but without having experience, you cannot understand the taste of that sweet. Similarly, we have like ladies. We have ladies. So these ladies, when they see some sari or some dress, what they ask first thing, let me have this sari with me. Her husband can say, okay, you have seen this sari, you have the knowledge, now you can just have happiness inside your heart because you have already seen this sari. But no, the ladies will never become happy until they will have this. They will purchase this sari from the shop. So they, after purchasing this sari and then when they wear, they have experience. So experience is also very, very important, because only seeing the sari, only seeing the things, seeing the car or seeing the house, you cannot become happy. When you experience it, when you purchase it and use it, and when you do experience, then also you become, then only you become happy. Similarly, like children, they always say, let me go in water park. If you see water park, then they will not satisfy. They have to go and they will enter inside the water, they will play with the water. So when they will have experience, then only they will feel satisfied. Otherwise, only seeing other kids playing inside the water, it will not satisfy the people or the kids who are only seeing, who are only visitors. So we all want to have experience. So this knowledge I am telling you, Arjuna, said by Bhagwan, that I am telling this knowledge with the Vijnanam. Jnanam Vijnana Sahitam. So the 7th chapter, name of the 7th chapter is Jnana Vijnana Yoga. So knowledge with the Vijnanam. So after knowing this knowledge, Jnanam Vijnana Sahitam Yajñātvā mokṣase shubhāt. After knowing this knowledge, you will become free from this samsara. Now, why we want to become free? What is the need to become free? I am enjoying everything. There are so many objects. Daily I have different parties, social media, Learn Geeta program. Everything comes under the samsara. Then why I need to get free? So this is what we have to understand now. Maybe now the situations are very good. We are feeling happy. We are having joy. We are enjoying everything. But just think about the future, because this life is not same for everyone for all the time. So maybe after some times something can happen with us, corona or some other things. This life is like we are having a boat which has hole. We don't know when we will go inside the water. So we cannot guess what is going to happen in the future. After this moment, what will happen, and we don't know. So anytime, whenever we are undesirable situations we are having, then also we cannot enjoy objects. We cannot enjoy everything. And then what will happen? So for that time, so every time the samsara is like that only, we will have happiness, we will have some sorrow, some pain, then again happiness, then pain, sorrow. So kabhi khushi, kabhi gam, like this. So this samsara has no the same cycle will repeat again and again. So every time, after sometimes we have to go through with the pain, with the sorrows. That's why we should try to become departed from this samsara. And for that we need this knowledge with the Vigyan, Jnanam Vigyan. So Jnanam Vijnana Sahitam Yajnatva Mokshase Shubhat. After knowing this Jnanam with the Vijnanam, you will get free from this samsara. Also, this knowledge, after knowing this knowledge, yes, after knowing this knowledge, you will become the knower of all other things, all other knowledges in the world. So we will sometimes some other time we will discuss it. So this is Idan Tute Guhyatamam. I am telling this secret knowledge to you, Anasuya way, O Arjuna. And after knowing this knowledge, you will get free from this samsara. Now the second shloka starts with Raja Vidya Raja Guhyam Pravitramidam Uttamam Pratyaksha Vagaman Dharmyan Susukham Kartum Avyayam. This is the Raj Vidya, kingly knowledge, or the knowledge of all other knowledges. Now what this king does? So what is the work of king? King will destroy all our enemies. So similarly, for the seeker or for the Arjuna, all the people like Arjuna who are seeker of the knowledge of the supreme knowledge, for them, what are these enemies? So Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Mad, Moh, Matsar, all these are our enemies. Inside our heart only, there are so many vikaras. And these vikaras will force us to do something wrong, not do something good, which we should do. So everyone knows what is right, what is wrong, but still sometimes we follow wrong things, and we don't follow right things. We knowingly do this. Why? This is not completely our mistake, but something is there inside our heart which is trying to force. So in Mahabharata only, Duryodhana has said this shloka. It is very famous and popular. Janami dharman nachami pravrittihi. I know dharma, what is dharma, but nachami pravrittihi. But I cannot follow this dharma. I know what are the right things. Like Yudhishthira is the dharma raj. He knows all the dharma. He follows all the dharma. I also know, I have the knowledge, but I am not able to follow these dharma like Yudhishthira follows. So janami dharman nachami pravrittihi. Janamya dharman nachami nivrittihi. I know adharma also. What is adharma? I should not do. I should avoid these things, but still I do. I know that I should wake up early in the morning, but still I sleep 5 minutes more, and I just wake up at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. I know what is dharma and what is adharma, but I'm not able to control myself. And why? Yudhishthira is saying, why I'm not able to do? Because kenapi devena hridayasthitena. In our heart, some devata, some adrishya shakti, some super power is there. Kenapi devena hridayasthitena yatha niyuktosmi tatha karomi. How this adrishya shakti, how this Shakti, this power is giving directions, I am going in the same direction. I'm not able to control that. Kenapi devena hridayasthitena. Now what is this kenapi devena? Who is this dev? So all these vikaras, our manasik vikaras, our mind itself becomes our shatru, our enemy. So uddharedatmanatmanam atmanam avasadayet. Atmaiva hyatmanu bandhuratmaiva ripuratmanaha. Swami Vivekananda ji have quoted it many times. Like the person or the humans are their own mitra, friend, and their own shatru. Atmaiva hyatmanu bandhuratmaiva ripuratmanaha. Bandhu and ripu, both are we own. When our mind is in our control, we become our friends. We can just give orders to our mind, do this, not do this. But when this mind start giving orders to us and we start following this mind, then this we will become our Shatru. We know I should start, my deadline is on this date, I should complete this assignment, I should complete this project till that date, I should make the food right now, otherwise maybe in the evening I will not be having time. But still we don't do that time in the time. We don't do that work in the time. So something is there, we are having time, we have everything, but we don't have motivation, we don't have inspiration. Why? Because of these vikaras. So how to deal with these vikaras, how to control this mind, Lord will tell the mechanism in other chapters. Like in next time we will start to whenever we will start the 14th and 17th chapter in level 2 only, then we will see in detail. So how to deal with these vikaras. But here he is telling like how it happens with us, how everyone faces. So kenapi devena hridisthitena yatha niyuktosmi tatha karomi. So he is telling like Raja Vidya. So this Raja, the king, will kill the enemies. Similarly, this Vidya, our Jnanam, which Lord is telling right now, will kill all these enemies of sadhaka, Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Mad, Matsar. All these vikaras will be destroyed by this Jnana. So this Jnana is a kingly knowledge. This is the kingly knowledge. Also, after knowing this knowledge, nothing will remain to know. Like we all want to become very intelligent. We want to know everything sometimes, but still we cannot know everything because there is unlimited knowledge. But after knowing this knowledge, you will become all knower, sarvagya. You will be knowing everything. So this is kingly knowledge, king of all other knowledge. Raja Vidya, Raja Guhyam. Then this is also the Raja Guhyam. It is very secret. Secrets, among the secrets, it's a kingly secret. It's a king of all the secrets. So Raja Guhyam. What happens when we are having this Raja Guhyam? So in Bhagavad Gita only, in 2nd chapter, Lord has told about this Guhyatam knowledge, why it is so secret. Ashcharyavat pashyati kaschidinam, Ashcharyavat vadati tathaiva chanyaha. Some people, when Guru is telling to this knowledge among his shishyas, some shishyas, Ashcharyavat pashyati, they see this knowledge as a wonder. Ashcharyavat vadati tathaiva chanyaha. And the Guru who is telling this knowledge to shishyas, his Guru is also telling like a wonder. Ashcharyavat vadati tathaiva chanyaha. Then Ashcharyavat chainamanyashrunoti. And other shishyas, other disciples, they are listening this knowledge as a wonder. Shrunoti. Ashcharyavat vadati tathaiva chanya, Ashcharyavat chainamanyashrunoti shrutva yenam veda nachaiva kashchit. And some people are there, some students, like in every class, there are some students who just listen everything and their neck is like spring. It is having a spring. They just say yes, 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 and in the end, just ask what you have heard. They say nothing. They are blank. So Lord is also saying, Shrutva-pyenam, after listening everything, Naveda Kashchit, they don't understand anything, even a single point, they don't understand. So this is that type of knowledge, secret knowledge. So it is very difficult to understand. So Raja Vidya, Raja Guhyam, Pavitramidam Uttamam. And also this is the Pavitram. Why it is Pavitram? Purifier. So this is the most like highest purifier. We have in our scriptures, we have three purifiers. We consider like Vayu, wind, Jal and water, and the Agni, fire. These are the purifiers. Now this knowledge is the highest purifier. Nahi jnanena satrisham pavitramiha vidyate. Like this knowledge, there is nothing which is more pavitra or more good purifier than this knowledge. So this knowledge is the most greater purifier, greatest purifier. Why? Because all the Ram, Krodh, Lobh will be destroyed by this knowledge. And without this knowledge, you cannot destroy these Kam, Krodh, Lobh. What happens in Kam? We know, like there was a person who has so much money he has collected for his old age. Now he is 70. Now someone has told, let's use this money. You have collected so much money in your whole life, in your entire life, and you haven't used it a single money, like nothing you use. You just collect everything. Because he is so calmy person. He has so many desires to just collect money. So he is not using money, but he is just collecting money. How fool he is. So if just see as a third person, he is collecting everything, and now he is 70. Then also if someone is saying just use this money, he is not using, and after sometimes he will die. What will happen with this money? He is not using, and he is putting so much effort to collect this money. So this is how this kamana, our desires, make us fool. So these desires are making us fool, because we need some limited things, but still we want to collect more and more. We do wrong things, robbery. We do wrong things with others, with the society. So that we should not do this, all these things. So Kama, Krodh, and then we have Krodh, anger. Like there was a hunter who was just doing blasting again and again, and the birds, there were so many birds. These birds were getting fear, so much fear. Now he is wasting his blue bullets also and making other birds fearful also. What is the benefit? He is angry, so he is just blasting. He is using his gun without any reason. He is not even shooting the bird. He is just wasting. In the Krodh, in the situation of anger, we also become like that. We become blind. We don't know why we are doing. We are just wasting our energy, and we are making other people trouble. So it is for no use. Other people also will think wrong about us, and we are wasting our energy. We can utilize this energy in other works, and we can just establish something new. We can create something new, but we are wasting our energy in the Krodh, anger. So this anger will also make us fool. All these vikaras will make us fool. Similarly, this lobh, the greed. We try to have more, but this lobh, this greed, this desire is like a fire. It will never get satisfied. We will put some more things. iPhone, mobile, television, home, new bungalow, new car, everything we will just purchase, we'll buy. I am one person, but I have so many cars, 10 cars, 20 cars. Now what will I do with all these cars? I am single person. I can just use one car only, but still I collect more, and it is for no use. These things are just making us fool. But this kingly knowledge will destroy this all these vikaras, so we will become intelligent. So this kingly knowledge, this knowledge will purify us. It will give the purification to our mind. So it is called pavitram idam uttamam, and also it is the uttamam. It is the good, like it is the highest knowledge. Raja Vidya Raja Guhyam Pavitram idam uttamam Pratyakshavagamam dharmyam Susukham kartum avyayam. And this is the Pratyakshavagamam dharmyam, and then Susukham kartum avyayam. So here, like this knowledge is not like very difficult to understand. It is very difficult to understand, but not difficult to get this knowledge. So you cannot get this knowledge from the institution, from the college, from the school, from the guru even. This knowledge will only come after doing sadhana, as I mentioned previously. That's why we are having Geeta Padhe, then Padhaye. When we do sadhana, then only this knowledge will come inside our heart. Otherwise, from the scriptures, from the book, it can come in your inside your head. But if you want to bring it to your heart, then you have to do sadhana. And after doing sadhana, this knowledge will come to your heart. Like there are some people, they do so much sadhana, they are doing stotra, wearing tilak, wearing mala, they do japa, they do tapa, they do go to temple, but they are, as it is for 10 years, for 20 years, they are doing all these things, but they are not able to to improve their personality. Why? Because they are not doing the sadhana. Sadhana doesn't mean only the external things, doing mala and wearing tilak, but also internally how we are trying to change all these things, how we are bringing everything to our heart. So when we are doing sadhana without desiring anything, without any selfish motive, then only these things will come inside our heart. Otherwise it will only come till our head, not heart. So Raja Vidya Raja Guhyam Pavitramidam Uttamam Pratyakshavagamam Dharmyam. So Pratyakshavagamam Dharmyam Susukam. So this knowledge will come by automatically it will come by the sadhana. So like we have Mirabai, Kabir Das and other sages. They never went to the college and Gurukula and school, but still they know. If you read their poetries, you will find the highest principles of the Vedanta, of the other Shastras. How they know? They even don't know how to read these aksharas, these but still they know everything written in the Bhagavad-Gītā, said by the Bhagavad-Gītā, said by the Lord. They already know you can see the poetries, the knowledge of Bhagavad-Gītā will be reflected there. It is already reflected there because they have this knowledge. Pratyakshavagamam. This knowledge will come automatically with the sadhana. Pratyakshavagamam dharmyam susukham, and dharmyam. This is the cause of dharma. This knowledge is the cause of dharma. As I told, after doing sadhana only you will get this knowledge, not without sadhana. So when we do dharma, when we follow the path of dharma, then only this knowledge will come inside us. So don't forget to, whenever you are performing any action, you should try what you are doing. Pratipala nija indriya samuha se jo kuch bhi aachar karu, keval tujhe rijhane ko bas tera hi vyavahar karu. Pratipal, at any moment, whatever work I am doing with my sense organs, with my hand, with my mind, with my speech, I should be careful that it should not hurt anybody, but it should make Lord Bhagwan happy. We just try to make happy other people, the worldly people who have limited power. We should try to make happy Bhagwan. So why I'm telling this? Because many times we don't know what is dharma and what is adharma, because everything is in detail written in the scriptures and we haven't read the scriptures. Now how to know what is dharma adharma? So just do Pratipala nij indriya samuh se jo kuch bhi aachar karu. Whatever I am doing with my indriya, with my sense organs, with my body, it should make happy to the Lord. It should make happy, satisfied to your own soul, because Lord is not other than you. He is inside you only. So if you are satisfied, you think that is right, and the Lord will become happy too after doing this thing, after doing this seva. So you should follow that thing. So pratipala nij indriya samuha se jo kuch bhi aachar karu. In Geeta Parivar, we sing this prayer. It's very, very nice prayer. Te keval tujhe rijhane ko bas tera hi vyavahar karu. I just want to make you happy. So dharmyam, this knowledge is dharmyam. It is the cause of dharma. When we follow the path of dharma, and how we will follow dharma? So whatever the things will make Lord happy, will make us satisfied, these are the dharma. So this is the small, at the small level, the definition. If you will read more Bhagavad Gita, you will read more scripture, you will know more about it. So sukham kartum avyayam, then it is susukham. It will come easily. You don't need to put so much effort. Like inside, some people think if I have to do tapa, then what I should do? I will go under the sunshine. I have to go inside the water. Then only my tapa will complete. So this is like all the television things. It happens, but not for everyone. This is not only the tapa. It is a kind of tapa which is highlighted in the televisions, but don't go in the with the televisions. Here we have only this kind of tapa, but each and every action can become your tapa when you are doing with more carefully. So when you are completely active, you are always, you have remembrance of Lord inside your mind. You are not trying to hurting anyone. Like there was a person, so he wanted to go to market, and outside the home there was his scooter, but inside this, under the scooter, there was a small puppy. He was sleeping. So he thought like, I will go on foot. I will not use this scooter. If I will use this scooter, this puppy will get disturbed. So now how careful he is about every living creature. So this is called the carefulness. We are not only careful for our own friends, family, or human beings, but all the living creatures. Then this is real sadhana. This is also becoming your tapa. It will count as a tapa. So not only going under the sunshine and going inside the river will not make your tapa, but this will also count in your tapa. Every action, प्रतिपालने च इंद्रिय समूह से जो कुछ भी आचार करूं, जो कुछ भी आचार करूं, whatever you are doing, that can become your tapa if you are doing it carefully. So sukham kartum avyayam. So this knowledge you can attain easily. It is not difficult, but you must have carefulness, alertness. You should become vigilant every time. So sukham kartum avyayam, and it is avyayam also. Like now I am learning Hindi typing. If I'm not practicing now, I have stopped practicing this Hindi typing. After 1 year, what will happen? I'm going to forget everything. What key is used to write e, and I will not remember. But this knowledge is avyayam. Once you have received this knowledge will never destroy. Shariram yadavapnoti yachapyutkramati grahit vaitani sanyati vayurgandhani vashayat. In 15th chapter, Lord has said, after this body, if you will get rebirth, there also this knowledge will go with you. So who will bring? So the Jivatma or the current Sharira will bring all this spiritual knowledge, not the chemistry, physics, math. So you have to read this academic knowledge, you have to study again from the nursery, but the spiritual knowledge you are learning in the Bhagavad Gita program or in this Learn Gita program, this knowledge will go with you for other births also. If you will reborn, again you can recite the shlokas. So many times you must have seen the children, they haven't read Bhagavad Gita book, they cannot read even, but still they can recite very well. They have remembered all the 700 shlokas. How it happens? Because in the previous lives they have already done this by hearting thing in previous life. So now they just have to revise. Sometimes they have heard the Suvarna Kakiji's audio and just they revised everything, and now they can utter all the shlokas. So this knowledge is avyayam. This will continuously go with in your other birth also. Kartum avyayam. So this is Raja Vidya Raja Guhyam Pavitramidam Uttamam Pratyakshavagamam Dharmyam Susukham Kartum avyayam. So this is very easy. This is the kingly knowledge and we can attain it easily. But there is condition, always there is condition. It is so easy, we can attain, we just have to become vigilant. Pratipalanija indriya samuse, whatever I'm doing, I should be vigilant. That is one thing. But still you have Shraddha, faith. That is also a small and a very important aspect. Because in third shloka, Lord will tell, if you don't have Shraddha, you are ashraddhalu, you don't have faith in my words, you will not get me, you will not attain this knowledge. But what you will attain? Ashraddhana purusha dharmasyasya parantap aprapyaman nivartante mrityu samsara vartmani. Ashraddhana purusha, they have no faith in my words. Lord has told this thing Arjuna many times. Even in 18th chapter, Lord has said, Idan tena tapaskaya na bhaktaya kadachana na abhaktaya kadachana. So this knowledge you should not tell the people who don't have faith in my words. So this faith, this Shraddha is very important aspect. So Shraddha means we have this belief that whatever written in the Bhagavad Gita, in the scriptures, what is told by the Guru, it is right. Maybe sometimes we don't understand what is right, what is wrong. There was a child he was asking her mother, where is God? Show me. I cannot see God. So how can I believe God is there? He asked many times, where is God? Now mother was so troubled. My child is again asking this, what is God? How I show him God? So, but this child was very naughty. He was again asking, if you will not tell, I'm not going to read Bhagavad Gita, I'm not going in temple. So this mother, after some time, she slapped her kid 2-3 times. And this kid said, what are you doing? It's paining. And when he said it's paining, mother immediately asked, where is this pain? And she slapped again. This kid was very irritated. It's paining, really paining. The mother was continuously asking, where is pain? Show me. Then mother made him realize that everything can't be shown. Some things are there which can only be realized. So this pain you are having on your cheeks, this pain can be realized only. Similarly, the Lord is also here, but we can only realize him. We cannot see him directly with our eyes. That's why in Bhagavad Gita also, Lord has given Divya Chakshu to Arjuna, some divine eyes. Divyan dadami te chakshuf pashyame yoga maishwaram. Oh Arjuna, you see me, yoga maishwaram. You see my aishwaryam, my this Virat Sarupa. I am giving you Divyan dadami te chakshu. I am giving you divine eyes. And with these divine eyes, you can see me. So something can be realized. So people who don't have Shraddha, who don't have faith in the word of Bhagwan, they will not reach to me. Ashraddhana purusha dharmasyasya parantapa aprapyaman nivartante. They will aprapya. They will not come to me. But what will happen with them? Aprapyaman nivartante mrityu samsara sagarat. They will go to this mrityu samsara. They will have these cycles again and again. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani jathare shayanam, punarapi maranam, punarapi. So same, again they will take birth, again they will die, again they will take birth, again they will die. The same process will come again and again. And when they die and when they take birth, see, these processes are very difficult. We don't remember when we were child and we were inside the womb of our mothers, what we were feeling. But it is a very small corner, it is a very small place, and we have to live there for 9 months continuously. And that time it is very extreme pain we are feeling. But we don't remember that pain. If we remember that pain, maybe we will become mad. So and also same thing will happen in the time of death also. So when the person, this jiva, departs from this body, there is a lot of pain. And during this life also, sometimes we have very difficult situation. So every time, like sometimes 4 दिन की चांदनी फिर अंधेरी रात. So for sometimes we will have little happiness, then again these sorrows and pains will come. So the people who will not follow this dharma, they will not come to me, but they will again fall down to this cycle, and it is very painful, sorrowful, and they have to face everything again and again. So ashraddhana, so we have to have this faith in our hearts for the Lord. Now from the 4th chapter, Lord will speak about the essence of this 9th chapter in detail, the Jnana Yoga, real Jnana Yoga. Now he's told you should read Geeta. It is very important in how you should become before reading it. So anasuya way, you should not finding fault in others' work, and also become shraddhalu. Don't become ashraddhalu. So these 2 things are requirements to read this Bhagavad Gita. Now he is telling about the real knowledge essence, how this word is, how I create this word, how I destroy this word. So everything will be described here. Maya tatamidam sarvam jagadavyakthamurtina matsthani sarvabhutani na chahante shavasthitaha na cha matsthani bhutani pashyami yogamaishwaram bhuta bhinna cha bhutastho mamatma bhuta bhavanaha. Here he will tell about the situations. Maya tatamidam sarvam. This word is pervaded by me. Like inside the water, there is a pot or something like this mouse or something. This mouse is there inside the water. Now this mouse is pervaded by the water, covered by the water. Similarly, this word is also covered by me. Maya tatamidam sarvam jagadavyakthamurtina matsthani sarvabhutani na cha ahanteshu avasthitaha. Matsthani. So all the jiva pranis are in me, they stay in me. Matsthani sarvabhutani na cha aham, I don't stay in them. So they are staying in me, but I don't stay in them. Now what he will tell, nacha in next shloka, nacha matsthani bhutani. Now he's telling again some opposite thing, but he's telling like they stay in me, but I don't stay in them. Now he's again telling the opposite thing. Nacha matsthani bhutani, but these bhutanis don't stay in me in reality. So it seems like they stay in me and I don't stay in them, but the reality is nacha matsthani bhutani. These bhutanis are also don't stay in me. And nacha matsthani bhutani pashyami, and then pashyami yogamaishwaram bhuta bhinna cha bhutastho cha bhutastho mamatma bhuta bhavana. These are the people who are I stay in them, they are staying in me, but still in the reality they don't stay in me and I also don't stay in them. Matsthani sarvabhutani nacha aham teshu avasthita. I don't stay in them. So now this whole scenario we should understand with the example. I will not make you more confused now. So there is a pillar and there was a person. Now this is the dark night. This person sees this pillar. Now this person misunderstood this pillar as a ghost. He thought this is not a pillar but a ghost. Now just tell this thing. This ghost is, now we will compare this whole situation. This ghost which this person only sees, it is not in the reality, is the samsara. So ghost is the samsara. This pillar is Paramatma. And this person is we all having a jnana. We are having illusion in our mind. So because of this illusion, this person sees a ghost which doesn't exist in reality in the pillar, but he gets afraid. This person gets afraid. Similarly, this samsara is also like a ghost. It seems like the samsara is in me, but I am not in the samsara. But the reality is the samsara is also not in me. I am also not in the ghost. I am also not in the samsara. So ghost is also not there in the pillar, and pillar is also not there in the ghost. So we just misunderstood these things, like this person misunderstands. So nacha masthani bhutani pashyami yogamaishwaram bhuta bhinna cha bhutastho mamatma bhuta bhavanaha. So what about this samsara? So this samsara is like a ghost. This ghost does not exist in reality, but because of the illusion, the other person sees the ghost in the pillar. It happens with us also. Sometimes in the dark night, we also see some other things which are not there in the reality, but we think that it is there. So it happens with us also. So this is called illusion. So Lord has started telling about the illusionary things, how it happens, how it works, how the samsara is. And after knowing the real knowledge of this pillar, the ghost will destroy the person. When he knows some light is coming, some light will come to this pillar, then this person will say, oh, this is not a ghost, but it is the pillar. Similarly, when the guru will tell about the real knowledge, jnanam vijnana sahitam, then this vijnan, this realization, the light will come. Then we will see the real pillar. Okay, this is the Paramatma, not the samsara. So this is Jnana Vijnana Yoga. After knowing this Vijnanam, with the Vijnanam, this Paramatma or this thing will be visible to us, and this ghost will destroy, the samsara will destroy. So next time we will discuss more about this thing. Now we will do little Sankirtanam and we will finish today. Next time we will continue. Just have the picture of Lord Shri Krishna, Bhagwan Shri Krishna, or whatever deity you love. You can just remember that deity and let's do little Sankirtanam. Hari Sharanam, 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 Hari Sharanam.
Thank you, Kavita Didi, for a thought-provoking session. Today we have heard how Bhagwan Shri Krishna shares the most royal knowledge and the most royal secret with Arjuna. It is another great privilege to welcome Ashubhaya, who is the backbone of Geeta Parivar, for the question and answer session. We ask those of you who have questions to please raise your hands.
Okay, someone has come with the name of one. Kindly unmute your mic. Yeah, please ask your doubt. We can't hear you, I think. Can you please remove your headphones so I think we will.
In third shloka, Ashodhana Purusha Dharma Sasya Parantapa. What's the meaning of word Parantapa? I think it must be.
that is the another name for Arjuna given by Bhagwan. He has done different tapas, different austerities he has performed. So it is called Parantapa. He is also called Parantapa.
It's a Sanskrit word meaning having done lot of tapas.
Sorry?
Meaning the person who has done lot of
Tapa. Yeah, tapas.
Okay. Thank you.
Prakash ji, please unmute your mic.
Jai Guru, Jai Shri Krishna.
Krishna.
The fourth and fifth shloka, it is a contradictory statement being given.
I explained that first he says that I am in the samsara, samsara is in me. Then he says opposite, like I am not in the samsara, and the samsara is also not in me. So here we have three levels of reality in Advaita Vedanta in our philosophy. So according to that philosophy, we have like the jagat we are seeing, we are perceiving with our indriyas, with our sense organs, that is vyavaharik jagat. And next we have a dream state, like in the dream we have different word, so that word is called pratibhasik word. And similarly with the view of, like in the second chapter, Lord says to Arjuna, natve vaham jatuna sannatvam nimi janadipaha. That means these kings and me and you also, Arjuna also, there is no time was existed or will be existing that we were not there or we will not be there. So with the paramarthic view, everyone is the Atman, so we exist every time, always. So now here when he says that the samsara stays in me, I stay in the samsara, that means he is talking with the view of vyavaharik stage. So when he is talking at the level of vyavaharik jagat, then he says that I am in them and they are in me. But when he goes towards the paramarthic level, then he says, I am not in them, they are also not in me, because the sansar is mithya, it doesn't exist. This is false. When the sansar is false, then how can it exist in me and how can I exist in the sansara? That is the meaning.
That means at paramarthic level and in adhyatmic level, if you are saying it, it is everything is one.
Yes, everything is one. At the level of at the paramarthic level, everything is
Level,
one.
everything is one. That's why there is no Dvaita. It is a Advaita. So
right, there is oneness, Advaita.
Okay. Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Didi, there is a question to please explain paramarthic once again. Paramarthic view.
Paramarthic view once again. Paramarthic view means when we have this vision or that there is only one exist, that one entity only exists and other things are like a mithya. So like when we see the pillar and we misunderstood the pillar as we thought this is not the pillar but the ghost. Now ghost is the mithya. It doesn't exist in the pillar, but we think that it is existing. Similarly, the word doesn't exist according to Paramatma, according to Paramarthic view, but we think that it is existing. Once we will have knowledge of Paraman, then it will become destructible, it will destroy. Pooja Chauhan ji, please unmute your mic.
हाँ दीदी, मुझे इंग्लिश नहीं आती, हिंदी में पूछ सकती हूँ? हाँ, वो मुझे प्रोनाउंस में प्रॉब्लम होता है, तो आपने तो इतनी प्रोनाउंस में और आपने इतनी छोटे आयु में इतना सारा अच्छी तरह से संस्कृत बोल लेते
याद कर रहे हैं और आप भी याद करेंगे, इसमें कोई दिक्कत नहीं है। बस इसी प्रकार से आप डेली क्लासेस अटेंड करती रहिए, जो ऑडियो और जो वीडियो भेजी जाती हैं उससे आप बार बार अभ्यास करती रहिए, अपने आप ही कुछ लेवल्स क्रॉस करते करते आपको आ जाएगा, बहुत अच्छे से आ जाएगा।
अच्छा अच्छा, धन्यवाद दीदी
जी। I think we don't have any other questions, so we can conclude. Sujata Rao ji. Okay.
No, Didi.
I think we have 2 more questions. Please unmute your mic. Shirisha ji.
In the first sloka, you said about experience, right? Experiencing the spiritual nature. How to experience that spiritual nature?
In which context I said?
In the first sloka, actually, you said about experiencing. Like for example, you said sari, ladies buying the sari.
Okay. So yes, how to experience the spiritual thing, that will come with the guru when we do sadhana. Experience come only with the sadhana. There is no other way to experience that truth. When we do little sadhana, it will come automatically. So like jap, tap, and all other sadhanas are defined in the shastras. We can follow and we can experience that spiritual thing, but that will take a lot of time and sadhana when you reach to that level.
Okay.
Yeah. I think something happened. Jai Lakshmi ji. Okay, Seema ji, please unmute your mic.
Yeah, I have unmuted. Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Is it visible? Yeah. This is a question. I think I had asked this 2 weeks back. But the person could not answer it. She waited for the other guru also. But what the question was, about krodh. Okay.
About krodh.
Krodh nahi karna. So getting angry is, yeah. Anger is sometimes it is helpful also. So when we are very quiet-minded, they take undue advantage of such people.
Okay, so you are saying that sometimes krodh has advantages also. When we have anger, it is beneficial also sometimes.
Yes. So being very calm and quiet, people take undue advantage of that nature.
So there is difference between krodh and acting of krodh. So according to like the person, maybe Rupal said, the answer will be given by Ashu Bhaiya. So what Ashu Bhaiya says for this question, I'm just repeating those words only. So there are two types of things: the krodh, real krodha, anger, and acting of krodha. So when we do acting of krodha, that is beneficial. That will never affect you, and that will never affect other persons also. So like we are the teacher and we have students. So for the teacher now, this is very required that the teacher should show sometimes anger. So this is requirement for as a teacher post. So that time the teacher, when this teacher can act in the form like he will not show the real anger, he will not have the anger, but he can act that I am doing anger on you, so that students, what the student require, the fear for to study, so that fear student will get. So that kind of krodha is okay, but not, we should not have real krodha. Sometimes we have real krodha, we cannot smile. So whenever we do act of krodha, how to check it is act or it is real? So if you are doing acting of krodha, then it is must that you should smile. You can smile, not in front of that person, but at the same time in front of other person. If you are able to smile, that means you are doing correctly, the acting you are doing correctly. But if you are not able to smile even with the other people who have not done anything wrong, then that means you have real krodha. So the acting of krodha is required, and this will be beneficial for us also.
Being too good, it is considered as a weakness for some people. They think like being too good, like that. I had it.
But that is not true actually. Sometimes in this society, people say the people who are so honest, so good, people think that they are fool, but this is not like a thing.
That
And
is
if
reality.
the people think, then also let them think, because anyways, whatever you do, people will think something about something.
Ultimately, what we feel should be genuinely done.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Gauri. Jai Shri Krishna. So would you just tell me what is the exact meaning of Raja Vidya and Raja Yoga? Like that in
Raj Vidya is the secret of all the kings. Raj Vidya. So we have kingly knowledge, Raj Vidya. So that is the king of all other knowledges. That is Raj Vidya. That means the most secret knowledge, or after knowing that knowledge, the thing is remaining to know more. So you will become all knower at the stage of, after knowing that knowledge, the person becomes all knower according to our philosophy. That is called Rajavidya. And Rajguhyam means the most secret knowledge. Rajguhyam, kingly secret or most secret.
Sometimes it is said that there is a Raja Yoga in your Patrika or Kundli. So what does it mean?
That Raj Yoga, actually, I don't know much about the Kundali and Jyotish. So I have also heard about the Raja Yoga, but you must you should ask someone who knows the Jyotish.
Okay, thank you. And the second question is, I have seen that this adhyaya is ये जो अध्याय है वो हमेशा है ना, जो अंत्य विधि होता है ना व्यक्ति का किसी भी, तो उस टाइम गुरुजी बोलते हैं कि उसके जो करने वाले लोग होते हैं उनको बोलने के लिए कहते हैं ये जो अध्याय है वो, तो वो क्यों कहते हैं ऐसा उस टाइम पे?
कौन सी विधि के टाइम? मैं सुन नहीं पाई।
एट द टाइम ऑफ अंत्य विधि, मतलब जब कोई चला जाता है।
ओके ओके,
हाँ, अंतिम समय।
उस टाइम पर क्या होता है कि कोई व्यक्ति जा रहा है, भगवान ने 8वें अध्याय में कहा है अंत काले च मामेव स्मरन् मुक्त्वा कलेवरम. So the people who are leaving their body and they are remembering my name, my glories or me, then they will get me only, they will come to my lokas only. That's why Guruji and all other elders always say that when someone is leaving his sharira, leaving his body, at that time we should recite the name of Bhagwan. We should show the picture of Bhagwan. Sometimes people show the picture also. And we should recite the Geeta shlokas. Because all these things, when the person will listen, at that time mostly people don't listen because they get the stage where they cannot listen, they cannot even see. But still, if the people will listen, the person will listen, at least they will listen something which is spiritual, so that they will get the same bhava, they will get the Bhagwan only if they remember at that time. That's why in our culture it is very famous.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Sujata ji, please
unmute. What is the meaning of idam tu te guhyatam means?
Sorry?
Idam, first sloka, idam tu te guhyatam.
Guhyatamam means idam tute, this knowledge is guhyatamam, most secret. So we have three forms: guhya, guhyatar, guhyatam. Guhya means secret, guhyatar secret than some other thing, and guhyatam is superlative degree, most secret. So this knowledge I'm telling you, Arjuna, it is the most secret. Guhyatam.
Thank you.
Ji. Jaya Lakshmi ji, please unmute your mic.
Jai Shri Krishna. Am I audible?
Yeah.
I am very grateful. I am thankful for your knowledge. Really, very appreciated.
All about Geeta Parivar.
About Geeta Parivar only. So now Geeta Pracharak, what we had to do for that? Just I am, as in my WhatsApp, I am sending for all my groups and individually also. Is that is the way, or any way is there to become a Geeta Parivar Pracharak?
Okay, so in Geeta Prachara group, if you are already added to that group, we daily send the activities, how you can do the Geeta Prachara.
How to add? I don't know. Last time also I asked the question.
Next point is that only. So next time, next Sunday, this time only. So this is now 8:30. So next time we will have this interpretation session on Saturday maybe, and on Sunday 8 p.m. we will be having our Geeta Sevi Bane or be a Geeta volunteer session. So you
you can join that session. In that session, we will tell how to become Geeta Pracharak, how to join WhatsApp group, how you can get the activities to explore. So everything we will tell there in detail. So you can kindly join the session at 8 p.m., 8:30 p.m. On Sunday, next Sunday. You all are invited for the session. So how can you get connected with Geeta Parivar as a volunteer? You can see the anchor. She is also the volunteer in Geeta Parivar. I also the volunteer, and we have host and co-host. They all are the volunteers in Geeta Parivar. So how can you become a volunteer according to your ability, according to your time? How can you serve Geeta Parivar or Geeta Ji? So you can kindly join the
Pracharak I can do start like I thought. And
yeah, you can do Geeta Pracharak also. That will be explained
just
in this.
second level students still I am learning.
Okay, you will do.
Even
Yeah, Tesha Giriji.
I'm really thankful to you and very grateful to Geeta Parivar. One question, please. 3 layers of Advaita Vedanta you explained. I just missed, I think. Can you please just give us some more information, please?
Okay, so like we have 3 levels of existence. So when we come about with the thought of existence, we have 3 levels. One is Paramarthic level, where there is only one entity, that is Paramatman. So nothing will remain at that time. This is the Paramarthic level. So we cannot understand that thing with the mind, because our mind is limited, and this thing we are talking about, this is unlimited thing, or we cannot think about the Paramarthic level with our mind, because we are seeing everything, we are perceiving everything with our sense organs. Now the second level is Vyavaharik Jagat. So like whatever we are seeing, the Zoom meeting, me, you, we think that I am Kavita Verma. We never think that I am the Paramatma or I am the Ansh of Bhagwan. We don't have this realization. Why? Because we don't know the Paramarthik Satya. So we are living in the world, the Vyavaharik Jagat. This will also destroy one day. We all know that this is going to destroy, but still we think that it is real. So this is the Vyavaharik Jagat, what we think it is real. Now another is Pratibhasik Jagat. Like we have seen the example, the host example, and also we, to easy understanding, we can have the example of dream state. So when you are having dream in the night, and when you wake up in the morning, you think that, oh, this was the dream, this was not the real thing. The same realization you have, this was not the real thing. Similarly, we are sleeping in the Agyan Nidra, and once we have the knowledge, the Guhyatamam knowledge Lord is explaining here, then we will have this realization, okay, we were sleeping in the Agyan Nidra, so this word also will become the false. So like dream stage is the Pratibhasik, because this will become false for us in this world only. But this laptop will never become false until you have the knowledge of Brahman, until you have the knowledge of Paramatma. So these are the 3 different levels. And you can know more about these. You can prefer the text, some Shankaracharya ji's text or something.
Great. Thank you very much. Oh, by the way, do you have any link here in UK where we can able to go and meet someone or something through? I know in the ISKCON and thing there, but in a particularly Geeta Parivar place.
Okay. So in UK, I have to search actually. We have many volunteers, we have many people, but not the perfect person to meet with. We don't have in UK.
Right.
We have so many volunteers, but not a volunteer, not
And
from
we
our core
joined
team.
late, and we retired now, and we joined late. We did not know, but still we got time and we can go around the things. But yeah, it's really good. Thank you very much, and we're very grateful. Thank you. Thank you.
Vittal ji.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna.
I was just listening to, I think some other person had also asked that when the Guruji says when somebody is at his last stage, it is good to recite Gita verses. I was also probably referring to this chapter 15, that sloka 8 also relates to something like that. Shariram yadavapnoti yacha pyutpramatishvaraha grihitaitvani sanyati vayur bandha nivashayat. This again, when that I was listening to that Vivechana, I heard that it is always again the Atma when it separates for the Jivatma, there should not be any load on it. There should not be any regrets or any kind of thing, so that it is as much free spirit it becomes. It is good, so that it doesn't carry the baggage. So probably this helps in that way also, reciting that we are trying to help the soul that it freely moves when it is departing. That is also could be a reason when it is suggested to recite verses.
So you are asking like the Atma, when the Jiva Atma is departing from the body, from this body
Yes.
to another, then?
Correct. Because at the last stage, that is what finally is going to happen. We were discussing little while ago, somebody had asked why it is suggested that we should, it's good to recite. Yeah. This is where in that context I was saying. So another angle, another reason could be that it helps to help the soul to go free without having any kind of regrets that I could not do this, I could not do that, or I have this balances to clear
Actually,
it out.
that time people are not that conscious to think all these things. They
Not
become
everybody. Many a times people are probably not all that kind of coma situation that they are not in a position. I don't know. I was just thinking. Now, why we call that? What is your last wish? Many a times, if somebody gets a corporal punishment, also at that time also it is said कि आप अपनी अंतिम इच्छा क्या है उसकी पूर्ति की जाए.
we ask this question, but at that moment, at the very last moment, people cannot
Yes.
tell anything because
that is
their sense organs will stop doing work.
Hmm.
Even they cannot think with the mind also. You show them the picture of God, you recite 100 times the same shloka, they cannot listen. If they have practiced those things in the life, in entire life from the childhood till that time, then only they can think. So whatever we do karma, whatever karma we do in the life, in the entire life, the same things will be reflected at that time. So anyways, we tell them name of Bhagwan, we do all the things, but the person can only listen or only remember the Bhagwan's name if he has chanted this name before in the life also.
Thank you. Also, I had written in, like I read in there is another epic called Narayanyam. There again there is a story, and then at the king, I think in one of the thing it is said that he was a very pious person. Then because of falling into wrong association, wrong in company, he falls from that highest esteem position he had and displaces and falls because of association with low caste lady and all those things. And finally, at the time of his death, when emissaries come, it is mentioned that from emissaries come from MS Loka, and then he only says one thing because of seeing their fearful appearance. He just Narayana, because Narayana was one of his son's name. So out of his fear, he just calls his son's name, and out of the utterance of
these are
word
some
Narayana.
stories.
Yeah.
Like these stories are more about the Arthvada. We have this term called Arthvada. Sometimes we will talk about this term. So to appreciate or to tell that how good this thing is, we give some stories, we give some advertisement type things. So this is more like that, but that is true. That is true also, not completely wrong.
When you recite God's name in any way, somehow out of fear or anything,
anyways. In Ramcharitmanas also we have this reference.
Thank you.
Okay. Dr. Sangeeta ji, please unmute your mic. I can't hear you. Can you speak little louder? I would request Anchor if she can hear you.
No, Didi, I can't hear Dr. Sangeeta. Dr. Sangeeta, can you unmute yourself?
She's unmuted, but she is speaking very slow, so we can't hear. Or you can write your question in the chat box. That is also fine.
Fourth slok.
Okay, fourth slok. Maya tatamidam sarvain jagadavyaktamurtina matthani sarvabhutani na chahanteshu avasthitah.
Yeah, meaning of the word.
Okay, maya tatamidam sarvan. This word, this entire word is pervaded by me, it's covered by me, and maya tatamidam sarvan jagat avyakta murtina. So this is the jagat. This is avyakta murtina means I am maya avyakta murtina. I am the avyakta murti which I cannot be abhivyakt in front of other people. So you cannot see me, you cannot perceive me with your sense organs. That is the meaning. Maya tatamidam sarvam jagat avyakta murtina matsthani sarva bhutani. All the living creatures, all this word stays in me. Matsthani sarva bhutani na chaham teshu vasthita. I don't stay in them.
All creatures are in me.
Yes.
Okay, but I am not in them.
Yes. And then he says in the fifth shloka, he says just a different thing. These are the shlokas. Actually, it will take time to like digest all this thing, how he is saying this, how, because we have some background theories also to understand this particular shloka. So first we have to understand those theories, then only we can come with this shloka. So that's why it is little difficult or confusing to understand. But it's okay. Later we will have something.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Jai Shri Krishna. Yeah, I think we don't have any more questions. So,
on behalf of Geeta Parivar, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to Kavita Didi for an enriching session. It has been a marvelous experience listening to you, Didi, impart your deep knowledge of scripture and its application in our lives. On behalf of Geeta Parivar, a sincere thanks goes out to the technical team for their boundless service in making the session a great success. We now have Gangamani Anil Amrutwar, a primary teacher from Nanded, Maharashtra, with Geeta Parivar since April 2021, presently serving as technical assistants. Welcome, Gangamani Didi.
Jai Shri Krishna Didi.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Ending prayer, I say. Yogesham Sachidanandam Vasudevam Vrajapriyam Dharma Sanstapakam Viram Krishnam Vande Jagadguru Krishnam Vande Jagadguru. Jai Shri Krishna sabhi ko.
Jai Shri Krishna. Thank you, Gangamani Didi, for your melodious prayer. We would like to thank each and every one of you Geeta Sadhaks for attending this evening session. We look forward to meeting you once again next week for another